After many failed attempts, I had managed successfully to paint high force. I'd managed to do paintings which expressed the movement, the clarity, and the wetness of the water. In America, my vision had grown and I understood more about what I wanted to do. My aims had become more ambitious, and also there was an increasing level of fulfillment. But there was one aspect which eluded me, and that was the whole question of colour. Natural colour is very important to me in my landscapes and waterscapes, but you are restricted to the colours in nature, which are blues and soft greys and pinks, etc. I began to desire to paint in more interesting colours, and the answer came in a series of paintings of pools, in a series of paintings which look more abstract, although in fact they are quite figurative. And these are pools with water moving in them, and of course no sky and no rocks on either side. I first went to the Black Moss Pot in 1959. It was at the end of a long walk down the Langstrath Valley after climbing Great Gable. There was this cavity in the ground. It was a natural fault in which the beck had entered after going over a small waterfall and passing through a little gorge, and then going out the other side through another little gorge and regaining its former shallow depth. In this area there's a lot of copper, and the water has naturally got a greenish hue, and the combination of this clear greenish water flowing over gold and pink and brown and grey rocks, coupled with the sun casting beautiful ripples and the patterns made by the ripples on this huge depths of this pool, was magnificent. It made a lasting impression on me, but I was not able to visit it again until the late 80s for various reasons. And when I did, it was a disappointment, because we visited it on a cloudy day and the water just looked dark green and sinister. But then I came back on a sunny day and there it was again. So I started doing some paintings of it. These are 3 of them. I'm very pleased with this painting. I'm very pleased with the composition, the way the dark shadows frame the beautiful blues and greens of the water. This is another one. I'm very pleased with this because it's a painting I did later on. There's a problem with the Black Moss Pot. If you want to see it in its full glory, there's only a short time in the year when the sun is sufficiently high not to cast dark shadows on either side, and that of course is but 3 weeks in the middle of June. And the Lake District is quite capable of being cloudy for the whole of those 3 weeks. So I had to wait really several years before I saw it, and that was why it was such a joy when I did see it like this. And this is a picture that I'm even more pleased with. I've used a lot of texture. I've used a lot of gum arabic to enhance the quality of the paint. And I've used colours which express my feelings about it, but also express the actual colours which were there. Now this painting is one which I'm also very pleased with, as a series of just the water without the rocks on either side. And what I'm pleased about in this painting is the transition of the colour from the level of the surface of the water, which reflects the sky, and this is on the bottom left-hand side of the painting, to the right-hand side, which is the depths of the pool, which is dark, dark green. And then this dark green gradually goes into the paler colours of the reddish and pinkish rocks on the left-hand side of the painting. And over all this, unifying all this, are these wonderful grid patterns of light cast by the reflected light of the ripples. In the next video, I'll be telling the story of how a monastery in Bhutan, Taktsang Lakang, or Tiger's Nest, paid for me to go and see it.